In today's social media driven world, starting a business has almost become a rite of passage if you're looking for financial freedom. My name is Abdullah. I've been running multiple businesses for the last 7 years, and I'm starting this channel to share my journey, my experiences, and the lessons that I've learned along the way in hopes that maybe it can benefit somebody from what I have to share. I was lucky enough to start my first business when I was 20 years old, and now at the age of 27, I feel like it's the right time to share my experiences of how I grew my businesses from being totally new, completely from scratch, to becoming six-figure businesses. Being in business has allowed me to do so many things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise so early on. I've been able to travel the world, work with amazing people, and learn so many skills along the way that if I didn't have a business, I probably would have never been able to pick up. When I first started my business, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And thank God I had my business partner with me and we did it together and we built something great. But the truth is, even to this day, sometimes I have no idea what I'm doing. But the reality is that with all of the experience that I've gained so far, for new entrepreneurs, for someone that's looking to pivot in their career, especially if you're in the medical or dental field, then this is something that I think that I can definitely provide value towards because it's something that I've done myself. Coming from medical school, starting a business, then from that business, finding other businesses that I can then move into. So yeah, it's been an incredible journey. So I actually went abroad to study medicine, and the reason for that was because I didn't get into medicine in the UK. So whilst I was in my second year of university, after class one day, a friend and I, we were just talking and we had the idea of setting up a company that helps other students study medicine abroad. That was the beginning of MedConnect Europe. Even the name itself was just coined by another friend of ours who was just hearing our conversation, wasn't really taking it seriously, but thought, hey, let's just entertain this sort of idea that's going on. But we took it seriously. We actually went forward with it and we ended up becoming one of the biggest companies that is dealing with student recruitment in the UK at the moment. So often people talk about different ideas, but then they just fizzle out. So if you're actually serious about it, you have to take action and try it out. You really have to think about what is it that you can do better than all of the other companies that are in the same sort of industry or the field. And how can you provide more value to potential customers so they can be attracted towards you more than all of the other companies? That's exactly what we did. But most importantly, you need to have a very strong purpose behind why you're starting your business. See, the study medicine abroad industry was very tainted with companies that were underperforming, providing really poor quality of services for a very, very high price. And this is exactly what kind of made us annoyed when we started our business, because we were like, that's exactly the conversation we were having. We were talking about other companies and how they were charging a lot of money, they weren't really doing anything for that, and we were like, why don't we just do this and actually help students how we would have wanted to be helped when we were first going abroad to study. So yeah, we wanted to change the game because we were frustrated by it, and that's exactly what you need to think about. What is it in your life that is frustrating you to the point where you think that if you did this yourself, if you put something out there yourself, you would be able to do it 10 times better than everyone else that is currently doing what you want to do? Through MedConnect, we were then able to branch out into other directions as well. There are many opportunities out there, but you have to be at the right place at the right time to grab them whilst you can. So as someone who's been doing this for so long, here are my top 3 pieces of advice for someone who is starting out. Number 1, think less and do more. If you have an idea, the most important thing you can do right now is to try and get it off the ground as quickly as possible. It doesn't need to be perfect. You will make a lot of mistakes along the way, but inevitably you will be improving as you go along as well. Secondly, remember to be patient. It will take time before you start seeing results, and that's okay. When we first started MedConnect, I thought clients would be rushing through the door because I was thinking about the value that we are ready to provide and how much work we've put into everything. Then when we actually launched, there was complete silence. Nobody wanted to work with us because either nobody knew who we were or our reputation was so low because we were new that it just didn't make sense to go for a company that is just starting off compared to all of the other companies that were already in the market. And when that happened and we had our first month and we weren't really seeing any progress, I thought to myself, maybe this was just a complete waste of time. But my business partner convinced me to be patient and to continue working on the marketing, continue working on the business. And eventually we did see results. We started seeing growth. And sooner or later, the business became an integral part of my life. And I still think to this day, if I had just called it quits in the first month we were doing business, how differently my life would be today than it is at the moment. Number 3, be creative. Think outside the box. Like I mentioned before, you have to keep thinking about what can we do differently to make sure that we are one step ahead of the competition, that we are doing something different, we're providing something completely new that people haven't seen before. So one thing that we did differently at MedConnect was that we started including flights as part of our package, which is something nobody was doing at the time. And the reason we did this was because we kept thinking about how can we improve our services, how can we change things so people are more attracted towards us. And we saw that, students, they're going abroad for the first time, they'd rather travel in groups. Parents would be more reassured knowing that their children are going together with somebody. So it was something that was definitely adding more value to our customers, and it was something that we still do to this day. So there's always something new that you can add or something that you can improve, and you just need to find those few things and keep working on them. And that way you'll be able to show how valuable your business is to your potential customers. So yeah, through this channel, I'm going to be sharing more about my journey. So please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment if there's anything in specific that you'd like me to cover. I'll be talking about how you can start a business, what kind of things you need for that, what business ideas there are out there, a lot of different things. So yeah, do follow this journey. I'll also be sharing more about my personal journey as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.